Today, August 20th, is the feast of Saint Bernard of Clairvaux. He was a French Cistercian monk, abbot, preacher, mystic, and doctor of the church. Born in 1090 into a noble family in Burgundy, France, Bernard entered the Cistercian monastery at Citeaux in 1112, bringing about 30 companions with him. Only a few years later, he was sent to establish a new monastery at Clairvaux, where he became abbot. Bernard became one of the most influential religious figures of the 12th century. He preached throughout Europe, corresponded with popes and kings, and wrote extensively about the love of God, humility, prayer, and devotion to Christ. Bernard founded Clairvaux Abbey, and although he became its abbot, Bernard's life there was an extremely austere one. His reputation for holiness attracted so many people that the monastery eventually founded numerous daughter monasteries. He had a deep devotion to Christ's humanity and encouraged Christians to meditate on Jesus' humanity, especially his passion, as a way of growing in love for Christ. He also strongly promoted devotion to Mary. Bernard wrote extensively about the Blessed Virgin Mary. He is often associated with the beautiful prayer Memorare, although historians debate whether he actually did write it. Bernard is traditionally credited with texts associated with several famous hymns, including Jesus, the very thought of thee, and another which later became associated with O Sacred Head Surrounded. He influenced kings and popes. Bernard was frequently consulted by political as well as church leaders, even though he personally preferred the quiet life of a monk. Bernard was asked to preach in support of the Second Crusade. The crusade ended disastrously, and Bernard later defended his call for the campaign while acknowledging the failure. Bernard was a prolific writer, and his sermons on the Song of Songs in the Bible are among his best known works. He interpreted that biblical book as a profound expression of the soul's love for God. Pope Pius VIII declared Bernard a doctor of the Church in 1830 because of the lasting importance of his theological and spiritual writings. Bernard emphasized that knowing about God is not enough. We are called to love God personally. His writings repeatedly return to the idea that the Christian life is ultimately a journey from knowing God to loving God more deeply. St. Bernard's life reminds us that even someone who prefers a quiet life of prayer can have an enormous influence on the church when that life is rooted in the passionate love of Christ. St. Bernard of Clairvaux, pray for us.